Okay, hey guys, this is AndrewG, and today I want to show you my guide and my builds about the Pathfinder Scourge Poison Chaos Blade Flurry. The basic concept about this build is the power of Flask, which give you more defense and a lot of offense, a ridiculous amount of offense. Um, Before I started this build, I played the same build as an assassin, and I got big problems at the assassin because the abysses took so much defense from me. I lost a lot of energy shield. I'm very vulnerable to physical damage because of the increased physical damage taken, and I had so much problems to manage to get the resistance to the cap of resistance. So I thought, which way can I go to manage to get more defense and keep the offense of the assassin scourge build. So I thought, okay, let's take a look at the ascendancy classes of the Pathfinder, and I've seen, okay, damn, this is nice. If I use a flask, I always poison. It's a very good, very strong thing. So I don't need a void hard ring anymore. That's one big thing to the assassin. So I have the possibility to take a rare ring and get some resistance, get attack speed, get something different that I can get Arian energy shield craft, so I get more energy shield. Yeah, that's the basic concept about this. It's a flask. The flask is every single effect of a flask is it gets up to by 50% of its own effect. For example, we have the Dying Sun. This Dying Sun gives us 30% of increased AoE. So in the end, if I use the flask, I will not just get the 30%, which would be 115. No, I will get 45. I can show you. I just pressed this one, and you will see that's 45% of increased AoE, which is a very nice thing for a Blade Fairy. You always want to have AoE. You always want to have attack speed as well. But the better thing about this is we have a Lion's Roar. The Lion's Roar gives us 3,000 armor, and these 3,000 armor is not just 3,000, it gets 4,500. Yeah? That's a huge deal because we have a lot of physical reduction. This physical reduction is 23%, which is almost half of the abysses. But a bad thing is the Taste of Hate. The Taste of Hate usually converts 20% of physical damage taken into cold damage. This will get 30. You convert 30 physical damage taken into cold damage, while now there is a very good symbiosis. Why you get 9 instead of 6 maximum cold resistance. Where is it? It's here. I will use the flask. It's 84. It's 9%. Because the effect gets boosted by 50%. So that's the basic concept. If this flask is getting recharged, I will show you the effect of Lion's Roar in DPS wise. Okay, well let me do this. Quick high gate and back. Refill my flask. Because these both flasks are double dipping each other. Especially the Lion's Roar is double dipping very much because of the 34% of more. It's not increased. It's more. So it increases the physical damage, and it's increasing the chaos damage. So it's also increasing the poison damage. Let's have a look. Basically, we do 8,600 damage, and if I use Lion's Roar, bam, it's a lot of damage. You know, it's not a 34, it's 51. because 50% more and so on and so on. Okay, and if we use a Siri Flask and the Taste of Hate, yeah, we almost triple up our damage. You know, you see, it's almost triple. So, meanwhile, we get a lot of defense. That's very, very good. Okay, let's have a look at the gear. I said the Abyssus, in my opinion, is it's one of the basic items you should go for, because it gives you a ton of damage, a lot of damage. Can I deal with this? Yes. Okay.
I'll need to toughen up for that one.
Oh, wait. It's like that. Okay. You see the damage difference? You get 4,100 damage. It's almost double damage. That's why you should go for this Abyssus. The main weapons are Scourge. The Scourge is very, very powerful because of its minion damage modifier. 70% increased minion damage, and this roll also affects your attacks. So you have 70% more damage if you have hit recently. So in the end, it's 140% scaling, dipping, physical and chaos damage. So this is the claw you go for. Actually, I think it's best in slot. Some people may prefer to go for Rive as well, because it gives you bleeding, 100% bleeding, which is very nice, and it's increasing the physical damage over time, which is bleeding. I tested around with both, but in the end I prefer to play the Scourge. I think in the end it's stronger, especially at fighting the bosses. The chaos damage, the poison damage is way bigger. What you want on gear is you want to have physical damage for sure. You want to have physical damage. You also prefer to go for attack speed, because Blade Flurry wants a lot of attack speed. You never want to miss attack speed. You want to have as much attack speed as you can get, and you want to have a lot of energy shields. So this ring gives me a lot of energy shield. This as well, flat and realm craft, and you want to have a lot of energy shield on your gloves, on your chest, on your belt. Everywhere it's possible to get a lot of energy shield, get it. And yeah, okay, as you can see, I have very, 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 very strong chest that makes me able to get 9,000 energy shield. But if we look at the skill tree, you will see there is more potential. You don't need this overpowered chest or overpowered gloves. You can also manage to get a good amount of energy shield while not having GGG gear. The claws are just about like, I don't know, 20, 30 chaos if you don't aim to get the perfect roll. Maybe it's even cheaper. You can snipe them via life search on pure E-Trade. Let's have a look at the links. Okay, first of all, it's a Blade Flurry for sure. The melee damage on full life and the melee physical damage, giving us more melee physical damage, which means it's also scaling with chaos again. One thing is different to the Scourge, to the Assassin's build. You have a bigger problem of getting crit capped. That's why I go for the Diamond Flask. That's why we need to use a increased critical strike support gem, and okay, and the faster attacks for sure is the same like the Assassin's build, at increased AoE. But the key gems are melee damage on full life and melee physical, and the crit. Those three are necessary in my opinion. Before I used to play melee damage on full life, I played Void Manipulation. Let me show you the difference between both. Let me find my Void Manipulation and I will show you. It should be here right now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let me take. Okay, as you can see, if I remove faster text, there is no paper DPS changing, and so it was like that. I played like that, like this. I played like this before, and then I removed the Void Manipulation and took that. You see the difference. It's a very, very huge difference. Oh, that's not good. That's not. It almost gives you 60% of the damage. Again, a fade. And that's very strong. Okay, so that's why you go melee damage on full life over Void Manipulation, even if it sounds very legit to use this gem. In the end, it's way stronger. I'm playing the Skyforth. You don't need necessarily to play Skyforth. In the end, you will lose damage power while using Herald of Ice with Curse on Hit. You can get the power charges by using Herald on Ice, Curse on Hit, and Assassin's Mark. Skyforce is the best in slot for sure. It's one of the best items in my opinion in this game. And you would need to take a reduced mana reserved node to manage to run the auras. Okay, let's see what the skill tree is about. No, I was at the gems right here. Okay. I'm using a Ancestral War Chief Totem, which is a very, very, very strong thing because it gives us where is it? More melee damage. It's again more melee damage. 17% more melee damage while Totem is active. Again, it's scaling. Some people may prefer to use a Wither Totem. In my opinion, Wither Totem is a little bit too slow. If you have a long boss fight and you can stack up a lot of poison, it's better than the Ancestral War Chief. But since if you imagine the sequences of fighting an Shaper, for example, or fighting the Chimera boss, you don't have this much time or the long term. You can dash the hits on him. There's some different sequences and you can't stack up that much. So I prefer to go for the Ancestral War Chief Totem. Increased AoE, faster attacks, and a very nice thing is Culling Strike. I have uploaded a Minotaur run, which I used my Ancestral War Chief Totem, and there you can see what Culling Strike is about, what impact it has. About the auras are enlighten for sure, and you don't need level 4. You can go for level 3, but that means as well you need to get those nodes. Hatred for a lot of damage. Herald of Ash is a very good thing, but you don't play Herald of Ash if you don't manage to get the Skyforth. You will go for Herald of Ice with a curse on hit. But if you have Skyforce, go for Herald of Ash. It's a very strong aura. And at the end, for sure, the Discipline for more energy shield. The Ice Golem for more accuracy and crit strike. I use it with a cast from damage taken support because I'm just too lazy to cast it all the time, because the golem is dead every second minute. I don't know. I'm too lazy for this. I use a cast from damage taken setup. Whirling Blade with faster attacks. You may prefer to link it with Fortify as well. That's okay. I don't need it. I have too much AoE. Blood Rage. Blood Rage combined with enhanced support is a very good thing because you get this gives 16 quality, and 16 quality means 4 attack speed, 4% of attack speed. If I remove this, that's 20% increased attack speed, and then it's 24. And the last link is Val Haste with increased duration and Flame Dash for using jumping uphill and stuff, because Walling Blades is not the best movement skill in my opinion. I don't want to run around a long road. I want to have my Flame Dash just to jump up the hill and go for it. Okay, let's have a look at the skill tree. You want to have jewels. The best jewel is to have minion damage for fixed jewel, I would say, with attack speed. Maybe crit multiplier. Crit multiplier is double dipping. Sorry for my voice, I'm still sick. Crit multiplier, minion damage, attack speed, maybe energy shield. You don't need energy shield, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's the jewels. These are the jewels you want to have. Those ones. Okay, this one is an old one from the assassin with some resistance. I don't need the resistance anymore. Speaking, I don't have the best jewels. I have good ones, yeah, but not as good as my rest of the gear is. And the energy from within, very good. You wanna get for sure the flask notes. The flask notes are increasing the effect by 30%, 8, 16, 30, 30, which is very, very strong. Very strong, especially for the Pathfinder build. You don't need to get all those notes at the claw wheel. Yeah, what else to say? Some accuracy with crit chance. You want to have all the crit chance you can get, all the crit chances, because as you can see, I just get close to 72% of crit chance. With the diamond flask, it's okay. It's not perfect. It's not good. But it's okay. It works. Yeah. So try to get all the crit chance notes you can get at the tree. Yeah, and the ascendancy notes, you make to do some decisions. I have experienced I need to get more flask charges if I fight bosses, so I prefer to get Master Surgeon. But you can also go for Veteran Boyer. It's better for leveling because your hero of Ash and your hatred and stuff have a lot of impact by farming. You have more scatter. You have more burning damage from hero of Ash, so you have more boss damage. But if you go for Shaper and T16, you can't go for this. You want to have the flask charges if you crit, and so I choose to go for this on long term now, and I keep staying with it. Reduced elemental damage is always a good thing. You get every third second of flask charge. It's also very good, and for sure that's these two nodes and this 3 nodes are safe. You should go for them, but then you can choose between those both. It's your decision. You will test around it. It costs 10 chaos to re-roll it and test again, but I've done it a lot of times already. It was worth it to test it. Yeah, that's a skill tree. The gear and gems, and now we will hop into gameplay and I will showcase my build. That misclick. I will skip this one, that for now, just for the purpose of the guide. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and have fun trying this build.